Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back to the video. This video I'm bringing you guys some Fire King combos. So if you guys want to see the deck profile, it's going to be in the top right corner. I am going to be using some cards that aren't in the deck profile just to show you guys some different builds. But I think with this one card combo, it's totally using everything that's in the deck profile. So let's get started here with the one card combo using Ponix. So you can see that Ponix is an integral card of the deck as I covered in the deck profile video. And we're going to normal summon Ponix here, activate his effect in order to search out our Sanctuary of the Fire Kings. Then we can activate Sanctuary of the Fire Kings in order to get the field spell. Activate the field spell and destroy Ponix in order to search out Garanix. Then we can get Garanix out here. Because we destroyed Ponix, we can get Garanix because even though he's not there when the destruction happens, if you search it out and there was a destruction, he's able to get out. And from there we can pop Brong from our deck. Then during our opponent's turn here, we can use Brong's effect in order to search out a Kirin. Use Ponix effect to add itself back into the hand. Then during our opponent's turn, we can switch summon out Kirin by destroying Ponix. And then from here, it's pretty clear that we're just going to wait for our opponent to set up a board. I'm just going to be impatient just so I can show you guys. I'm going to activate Sanctuary of the Fire Kings, exceed the monsters here in order to get our rank 8. So our rank 8 here is going to be able to clear out the board. So we're just going to clear out the board right after. It's a pretty simple setup, simple one card combo. Even no matter what build you have, you should be able to pull this off. But let's go to the next combo. Alright guys, so here we have a 2-card combo using Circle of the Fire Kings and Ponix. So you could use this combo by just using any card that destroys one of your Fire King monsters during your opponent's turn. I just like using Circle of the Fire Kings here because you get more value after. But you could definitely use anything that's just able to destroy it. So now we're going to normal summon out Ponix. We're going to do a similar setup as we did with the first combo. We're just going to set up our Fire King Island. Then we can search out our Garanix, get it out, use Garanix's effect here, pitch the Barong. Then we can set ourselves up with Circle of the Fire Kings. Now during the standby phase, we're going to be able to search with Barong. We're going to get our Kirin. So we want to be able to bring out this Garanix, but because he's on the board, we aren't going to be able to do so as cleanly as we'd like. So we can use Circle of the Fire Kings here in order to accomplish that. So we're going to pop this monster in order to get Barong out. Then we use Kirin's effect to destroy our Ponix, get it out, use Garanix's effect in order to bring itself out. So you can see that you're able to bring out a lot more value out of that card, because now we have Barong here. Then we can pitch the Kirin in order to bring out our Ponix here. Then we can use Ponix's effect to search out a card. So we're going to let our opponent play out his turn over here. Because anytime we want, we could just exceed into our rank 8, clear out the board. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to clear out our board. And then during the standby phase, we're going to be able to trigger Ponix's effect, add it back to the hand, and use Brong's effect once again in order to search another card. So you can see it's a 2-card combo, just utilizing a card that pops something. In this case, it's going to be Circle of the Fire Kings. And your Ponix, you're going to be able to end with a pretty powerful board and just get a bunch of draws out of it. But let's go to the next combo. Alright guys, so the next combo that I have for you is using Diabelistar, the Dark Witch, and any card to discard. So it's going to really show off the power of this card. We're going to use the effect in order to discard Triple Tactic Talents and search out our original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. Then we can use original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye, get rid of the Dark Witch in order to get our Snake Eye Ash. Then we can use Ash's effect in order to add Ponix to our hand, normal summon it out. Use the effect to search out our Sanctuary of the Fire Kings. Same thing as we've done before. That's usually the line you want to go with Ponix here if you don't have access to your continuous spell. Then we're going to pop him in order to get Garanix out. Use Garanix's effect. Send our Barong straight to the grave. Then we can get our Flamberge Dragon. We can link away, go into the Sunlight Wolf, and then we can use Flamberge Dragon's effect here in order to bring out 2 monsters. And this will give us a chance to actually activate Sunlight Wolf's effect. And that's exactly what we're going to do in order to add the Flamberge Dragon back to our hand. Then we can link those 2 away to get our IP Masquerena. Use Brong's effect here in order to add Kirin. The Diabelistar, the Dark Witch, is going to get out here. Then we can get Kirin out. Activate both Garanix and Flamberge Dragon's effect. And you can see we're going to be able to clearly get the board with a bunch of monsters. And that's exactly what we're aiming for, because we are trying to get an Appaloosa out. And these are a bunch of effects that are going to go off. So we have the Ponix here that's going to be able to search out Fire King spell. Then we can use Ash here in order to add a level 1 fire monster from their deck to our hand. Garanix here to destroy a Fire King monster from the deck, and then of course IP Masquerena to link into Appaloosa. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get Immolation here in case we need to clear out the board next turn. And of course we can use, again, Sunlight Wolf's effect because Appaloosa does land on its arrow. We're going to be able to utilize that in order to get Kieran back into our hand. We're set up with 4 monster negates, so it's a pretty powerful board, and we end with 3 cards in our hand. Let's go to the next combo. Okay guys, so here's another combo that I have for you using True Fire King Ponyx and also Sanctuary of the Fire Kings. So the way we're going to be utilizing this is using the original Garanix, which I've seen a lot of people drop, but I think it is a fun card to interact with and something to consider running, even though it is definitely a brick. So we're going to activate our continuous spell here, same way as we've done, get our Fire King Island. Then because we have access to the continuous spell, we don't have to use it in order to get to search it out with Ponyx, so we can use it to get Immolation here. So we're going to get Garanix, same line as we've done before. Get Garanix here. Not to be confused with the original Garanix, which we're going to be seeing in a little bit. So we're going to get our Kieran and our Ponyx onto the board. Onto our hand. Then we can use Kieran's effect to get it out. And you can see we set ourselves up so we can exceed summon during our opponent's turn. We're just going to wait for them to set up a board. So now we're going to do exactly that. Set out our Exceed monster. Then use Eternity here in order to clear out the board. Then we use Immolation's effect in order to pop our Fire King in order to destroy 1 card on the board. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Then we can use it here, use our Exceed monster's effect, get these 2 out. Then we can pitch the original Garanix. So this card is pretty nice. It's like a ticking time bomb for your opponent, as during the next standby phase you're going to be able to clear the board. So it's just very difficult for your opponent to kind of go past this, and you can just keep plussing after that. So yeah, it's a simple combo, and I'm going to show you guys other ways of utilizing Fire King High Avatar Garanix. So let's go to the next combo. Okay guys, so here I have another combo. This is a 3-card combo using Arvada. So we're going to start out, use Sanctuary of the Fire King, get our field spell. Then we can use the field spell here to pop Kieran. Get out Garanix, use Garanix's effect. So now we can get out our Arvada. Get Kieran back onto the board. Then we're going to be able to send Garanix here as a bomb for ourselves. So during this standby phase, we can use Garanix here in order to pop our monster. Then we get to fill up the board with another 2 monsters. So we're going to use this chance to get Fire King Avatar Arvada out and to get out our Garanix. So now during our opponent's turn, we can actually Exceed Summon once again. So we're going to let them play it out a little bit, get a board out, and then we can get our Exceed monster, clear out the board, get ourselves our Kieran, then get our Vada out. So you can see it's a way to kind of like cycle between the 2. Then during the standby phase, we're going to use Garanix's effect to get it out, and it will mean that we have to destroy everything on the board. So if your opponent happens to recover after you do your initial destruction, you can use Garanix here to clear out the board once again. And then you activate a bunch of Fire King monsters effects in order to get some monsters back on the board. And you can see you're not really affected by this board wipe, and it's a board wipe that you can consistently rely on coming out every standby phase. So let's go to the final combo that I have for you guys. Okay, so the final combo that I have for you guys is going to end on a pretty weird board, but I think it's still fun and worth showing to you guys. So here we're going to use Sanctuary of the Fire Kings and Barong. So we're going to activate Sanctuary of the Fire Kings, use the effect in order to get our Fire King Island. So we can add a Fire King monster. Then we're going to do similar things to what we've done in the last 2 combos here. We're just setting up a board so that we're able to exceed summon during our opponent's turn, and then we're going to be able to build on that the turn after. So we're going to get Kieran out here by destroying our Garanix, the original Garanix. So we're going to let them set up a board just like we did before, clear it out using the Exceed monster. And then during the end phase, standby phase, the bomb goes off. So in this case, it's going to be Garanix, the original one. Use Garanix here, clear out the board, then bring out these monsters. So it's pretty cool with that. With the Exceed monsters, we can target Barong and Garanix and use Garanix's effect, destroy a Fire King monster from the deck. So in this case, it'll be Arvada. Then we can bring out our Barong, get ourselves our Tiger King. So this will search out our Tenki. Then we can use Tenki here in order to add a second copy of our Vada. Use the Draglubion in order to get ourselves the Numron Dragon. So you can see we get a 13k attack monster. And of course, if you're destroying the board and clearing out their board, it should be pretty easy to just be able to finish your opponent at this point. Of course, it's a little like janky what we're doing here, but it's more of a fun way of implementing. If you're trying to find a way to just destroy your opponent completely in a one turn, and this is definitely one way of doing so. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.